Hello, and welcome back to HunterTuned. Today we might be working on my Mustang because the guy actually got back to me today on the rear end for this car. He actually sold me the front shocks. He sold me a lot of Fox body parts in the last like 2 years. And he told me, he's like, hey, if you ever need a rear end, I have one. And it has south side bars on it, which are a different lower control arm, which should help, theoretically, with getting some more traction to the rear with the radials on it, because you guys know if ever try to pour a lot of power into it with the radial, it does spin quite easy. And the last pass the car made, it did break the driver's or the passenger side axle shaft here. So I'm hopefully gonna be getting that rear end tonight. It's like 1 o'clock now, and he said like anytime after 5 tonight. So I'm probably gonna go over there tonight and grab that. In the meantime, I do have a bunch of CRV parts that are coming in the mail. I do have the turbo already, and I'm waiting on a few more things to get this thing up and running. I was going to put a clutch in this car today because I think it is just the factory clutch that is in here, and assuming that we're going to be turboing it and everything like that, I was going to just throw my extra competition clutch in this car because you guys know that competition clutch actually sponsored me with the purple car, the one we just put the motor in here. And we have a twin disc clutch from competition clutch in this car that we will be racing with in the spring. Unfortunately, it's like 9 degrees today here in Wisconsin, so it's quite cold. Don't really have huge plans to get this thing running within the next like week or two. I'm just going to kind of slowly take my time with it, and I have to wait for a bunch of parts yet. So I'm waiting on the radiator, and I'm waiting on a clutch slave and a clutch line and some other small things to get this car finished and running. My injectors, all that stuff are on the way still. So yeah, little things are coming with the purple car. I may do the fuel pump on it tomorrow or the next day maybe. But yeah, anyways, this is going to be my race car here, Honda race car. You guys know that I've built quite a few Hondas on the channel here, and I try to give you guys the best information possible and the most truthful information. You guys know, or should know if you follow the channel for a while, I try to be a pretty honest guy, and I try to be a pretty helpful guy to a lot of people out there, and try to give out real world experience and real world testing, and show you kind of guys what it takes to do this kind of stuff, what it takes to build, you know, a fast Honda, what it takes to build a fast LS car, etc., etc. Now when people post stuff on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, I usually dust it off, and I usually don't get in the middle of anybody's business, and I don't get, you know, bothered by a lot of stuff on the internet, because truthfully, when you're on your phone all the fucking time, it consumes you. It consumes you, and it makes you think differently, and it makes you think like, fucking, I don't know, it just, the phone is like a blessing and a curse. The phone is a blessing for me, and I use social media a lot of times, and I use YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of stuff because it is a great advertising platform. But these phones here can also be quite toxic. You know what I mean? The phones can spread rumors, the phones can spread misinformation, the phones can spread a bunch of stuff that kind of makes life toxic in a way. And I've recently learned within the last couple months that getting off the fucking phone once in a while, and like say you go to dinner with your girlfriend or you go out to dinner with your family, leave the phone in the car. Like just do that, because at the end of the day, the phone isn't really gonna make your day any better sitting on it 24/7. So that's my rant about fucking social media for now. Like I said, I think it's just healthy mentally and physically to just kind of get off of it once in a while. Don't fucking sit on the damn thing all day long, or have like break time from your phone once in a great while. So you guys know the last time we went out to the track with the Mustang, it actually broke the axle shaft on the passenger side of my bone stock 28 spline rear end. So this car obviously has been super fast 60 foots, or super fast I guess in terms of the stock rear end. For it being a bone stock rear end, it has gone 1/360 foots, which is pretty good. But the radials, I did kind of warn myself right when I put these tires on that the radials were gonna break something because there's no give in the sidewall on a drag radial. So all the wheel hop or all the suspension shake is gonna go into the car, not the tire, because there's no give in the tire. So like I said, broke it. We got to figure the suspension out on the car, obviously, before we're gonna, you know, just keep breaking parts all the time. But I do think that the 28 spline stuff is plenty strong. So I actually went out and hit up a guy that has sold me a couple other Fox body parts in the past and picked up another 28 spline Fox body rear end. This rear end also came with a set of Southside bars, which are pretty much just like an aftermarket lower control arm here. And I got these lower control arms from the guy as well as the rear end. The rear end has extended wheel studs on it, and it has aftermarket 28 spline axles. So they are still 28 spline, but they are a little stronger 28 spline axle. So I think if we get the suspension figured out on the car and it doesn't wheel hop like it did at the track, it shook the tires really hard. And I just stayed in it because it was the last track day of the year. And it just, you know, it shook the tire and it busted the axle shaft. So I think, like I said, if we don't have any wheel hop and we don't have any suspension issues, I think this rear end setup will live for a while. We're going to get C-clip eliminators for it and all that, but for the time being, all I'm going to do is swap the axle shafts on it so we can at least get the Mustang able to drive around the shop or move it if we need to, because, you know, we're probably going to be working on the purple car here more soon, the Cutlass soon, the S10 for Christian, and we just want to be able to maneuver the cars around if need be. So that's kind of why I want to just get it back together for now, and I'm going to ice race the car, probably just with the stock stuff for now. Like I said, I ran over 2 years on the stock axle, stock Fox body, axle shafts, stock rear end, all that stuff. But like I said, it did finally give out. So we're gonna swap it out.
And you said when we ordered the radials, you looked at me and you said, "We're about to break shit."
Yeah, because there's no give in a radial. Like
right.
A bias pie drag slick. Like a lot of guys say, oh, you break stuff when you put slicks on it. That is like not the case.
No.
That's misinformation.
Right.
So the slick will actually help if you have suspension issues a lot of the time, because the tire itself is almost like another shock.
Right.
It will dampen a lot of you know, suspension shakes. It'll all ball up in the tire, and that's what this car was doing for a while when I had a drag slick on it. It would ball the tire really hard, and then it would bounce back up. So that's why we switched to the radial, but so be it, whatever. Anyways, in other news, I actually have been trying to buy a lot of stuff from this auction place. 821 Bravo actually led me onto this auction. If you guys don't follow 821 Bravo, go give him a check, or go give him a follow out there on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Go give Ryan some love on his channel. I know he's just got his auction truck running. Spoiler alert. He actually just messaged me on Facebook saying he got it running. So he actually just bought some stuff. He's bought some stuff over the years from this auction place, and he kind of like led me onto it. Like, hey, dude, this is an auction group. Go on there. You can bid on stuff, and it's just kind of like eBay, where like it comes down to the last 10 seconds, and everybody fucking bids real fast. And if you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. And I've spent like $1,000 on this auction site already, and I've made more than that back by reselling this stuff. So this is just an example of what I bought now. My girlfriend really wanted a punching bag, so I got her a punching bag for $7. And then I bought these giant frickin' tires and wheels. In the meantime, sorry, Christian. In the meantime, I have bought like 4 different sets of wheels and tires, all for like $40, $50, just like really cheap stuff, and resold them for double my money or better in most cases. So that is really cool. I also have bought a lot of stuff for the shop from this auction place. Like I got a solar battery charger here. This is a 200 amp battery charger here. I think I paid $40 for this. I got this air over transmission jack. It's a heavy duty transmission jack. You guys know that when we pulled the tranny out of the Mustang, we actually put it onto this frickin' 55-gallon drum, and we used the lift to actually get the transmission in and out. So this is a really cool addition to the shop here, is this transmission jack. It is a Columbia International Automotive 1,000-pound air over high mission transmission jack. So I think these ones you can hook air up to them and it does some cool stuff. I have no idea even how it works. I haven't used it yet. But I did get this thing for like 150 bucks, which is pretty cheap for something heavy duty like this. Most transmission jacks you can buy on eBay or you know, any of the cheap tool stores, is they will sell for like around the same price, but they're like super tiny. They're, you know, hand pump jack, just like my cherry picker is. It pretty much uses the same style ram and all that kind of stuff. So this one is really nice. It'll do heavy duty transmission stuff. So if I ever need to fix the trans in my truck or whatever, it'll do the job, no problem. So anyways, got these fucking tires for my truck, the Yee Mobile that, you know, that I made a video on a couple days ago, because my tires on this truck are super bald, and I'm like, I'm gonna sell the truck. I don't want to put tires on it, because, you know what I mean? Like, then you're just more invested in the truck, and I just don't like to get invested into stuff that much. Like, if I gotta put wiper blades on something, I'm gonna keep it for 5 fucking years.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy, I was like, hey, what was that on? It was on your hatch. I was like, hey, this thing needs wiper blades. He was like, nah. So here we are, piss pouring outside in the snow,
Yeah.
no wipers.
Yep.
Fuck it.
Nope. Yeah, like I said, just, you know, putting wiper blades on something is a commitment nowadays. They're like $20 a fucking piece, dude. You know? You gotta be smart with your money, kids. Even if it puts your life in danger. So anyways, me being smart with my money, I bought a set of 37-inch Pro Comp X-Terrain tires on 8-lug badass American Racing rims. I think these are American Racing. I'm not exactly sure what type of wheels these are, but they're badass wheels, and they're super clean. They're just dirty, like, but there's no like...
They're super clean, they're just dirty.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean. So these wheels, I wanted to buy these wheels and tires just because I know the tires are really badass, and they have like all the tread left. Like, they're not even really wore down. So I was just gonna take these tires off and buy a set of tires from my buddy and put them onto these wheels and then put them on my truck, kind of thing. So that's what I was gonna do here, but I figured all 8-lug wheels were virtually the same thing. All the ad said was they're 8-lug truck wheels, 16-inch truck wheels, 8-lug. Well, it just so happened, I just so happened to find out when I put my, I did a wheel bearing on a 2500 Chevy like 2 days ago, and I had the hub laying in my truck, and I'm like, oh, let's check the bowl pattern. So this 8-lug hub came off a Chevy, so I'm assuming it's the same as mine, even though this guy's was 4-wheel drive, but I'm pretty sure the 8-lug pattern is the same whether it's 4-wheel or 2-wheel. And when I go to put this on, it lines up in the holes, but it doesn't go in. Like, it's just a small amount thinner on the Chevy stuff than these wheels. These the bolt holes are actually like spaced out a little bit farther. So I really like these wheels and I really want to put them on my truck, but I also don't want to ruin them if they won't work. So I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments, down in the shit talker down there. Let me know down in the shit box down below if you would take these wheels and just grind a little bit of them, you know, just like with the die grinder, just to like oblong them just a little bit.
That's what I would
to be able to fit them on my truck. I don't know.
It's literally like not even.
It's like 1/8 inch on each hole, maybe. It wouldn't be a whole lot. And like I said, I really want to run these wheels because I just think they look sweet. They're almost like pre-runner-ish. You know what I mean? And my truck's two-wheel drive, so I think it'd be cool to have like a little poke on it and just make me want to keep my truck a little longer. So that's why I'm doing this. And like I said, I got a set of tires I'm going to put on them, and then I'll have these wheels and tires as spares. So you guys let me know what you think of that idea, or what wheels you think these came off of, if they're just slightly larger than the Chevy bolt pattern, if they're like a Ford 8-lug. I just didn't know if they were different or not.
Yeah, does Dodge have an 8-lug?
I'm sure they do, on like their 3/4 ton shit.
I guess.
So yeah, I don't know. And these are Pro Comp X-Terrain tires. I was just gonna sell the tires for like $200 or $300, whatever I could get for them. Probably start at $300 for just the tires, and then take the wheels and have pretty much free wheels for my truck. That was the goal, because that's what I got into them. So
these bitches are 37s.
Yeah, they're 37s. 325 80 16.
Yeah.
This is like Brodozer fucking Florida boy all over it.
Well, that's what I was just telling Hunter. I was
Like these are perfect mall crawling tires.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I had my Dodge that I traded T-Bag because I had a Cadillac.
Yep.
And traded him, and the only reason I sold the Dodge is because it needed tires.
Yeah, because these kind of tires are so expensive. Dude.
Right.
It's like $300 a piece new.
Oh yeah. So I was just telling Hunter, I was like, dude, if you would have had these when I had my Dodge, I'd probably still have it.
Right. No shit. Yeah. That's what the thing is. Just like, you know, going into the whole investing into the truck. Like, you didn't want to put tires on it, just like I don't want to put fucking wiper blades on whatever I own that has wipers. The truck has wipers. Like if the CRV needs wiper blades, it's gone. Junkyard.
See you later.
Just kidding, guys. I actually have a lot of really cool parts coming for the CRV. I'm just waiting. They should be here all this week. I'm assuming I'm going to get a lot of them tomorrow and Thursday. So I'm hoping maybe by the weekend we can start building the CRV. So look forward to that. But like I said, we're going to get to the Mustang here and fix the rear end. And yeah. So like I said, 28 spline stuff works just fine. Don't listen to the internet. The internet's full of shit a lot of the times. Don't you think, Christian?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've heard.
You've heard?
I've heard.
Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry guys if you guys have been in this fucking drama with Ron Quick from Auto Sauce. He like got really upset with me because I shared his post on the HunterTuned Facebook group page. If you guys don't follow that, be sure to go, if you're on Facebook, just go check out the HunterTuned YouTube Facebook group. We have some discussions in there once in a while, and according to Auto Sauce, we're just a shit talker.
Yep.
So I made a post on there sharing Auto Sauce's video regarding him building a 500 horsepower reliable single cam, and he was saying on his video that the DevCon, he didn't want to use DevCon or any block filler because the DevCon messes water pumps up. I've never heard of that before.
No.
It doesn't cause overheating either. The thing is I've proven that the DevCon does work when installed correctly,
right, above
the water pump line.
How you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave it above the water pump line. Don't fill it past the water pump line. But anyways, like I said, I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm not like intentionally talking shit on anybody, but I just do not like when misinformation is spread on the internet. I try to be as honest and as straightforward with everybody as I possibly can, and I'm just trying to kind of help Ron and Auto Sauce out at the same time, because if you're spreading misinformation, then that's kind of how rumors spread on the internet.
Right.
And then
it shows that you're not a reputable source spreading that information.
Right. So that just looks bad on his part, saying that the DevCon doesn't work. And he also mentioned that the Y8 crank, which is like the single oiling hole that comes in the economy engines, which are, in the EK, like 96 to 2000, they actually stepped down the power. They just like stepped everything down when it came to like 96, when it went to OBD2, because everything went to emissions.
Right.
So they have to, they cut some corners in the motor, and they only have one oiling port on the rod journal, which is not good for high RPM or making 500 horsepower.
Right.
And that's what I said, if you want to build a fast single cam above 350, like you can make 350, maybe 400 on a Y8 crank, because you don't have to spin the motor super high to get it there.
Right. I spun mine $7,000.
$7,000. That was
and
it. That was
capped.
it. But yours, you know, it lasted.
Yeah, and it's still running.
Yeah,
Like,
my buddy, I've learned this stuff over the years, guys. Like, last 5 years, I had a buddy. We tried making Y8 cranks and Y7 cranks work forever. Like, we put 4 cranks in a motor in one season, trying to make, you know, 400 horsepower on a Y8. He had a 59,500 cam, and every time we spun the motor over 7,600 RPM, every time it came back down to idle, it lost oil pressure and started knocking. Like, every single time we spun it over 7,600. So that's just the nature of the beast. We tried everything from chamfering the oiling holes to fucking porting the pump to doing all this stuff. It did not work. I'm just trying to tell you guys that, you know, I'm not out there trying to fucking talk shit. I'm just being me and spitting the truth.
Yeah.
Really, that's all I'm trying to do, guys. But I got a rough home life, and I'm just a piece of shit because I shared a video of his and gave him publicity.
Right. I commented on the new video where he was talking some shit. You know, and it's an 11.5-minute long video, and for 3.5 minutes he's talking about Hunter, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. And the thing is I literally didn't say anything to him personally. I never said a damn thing. All I did was share the video and said, there's misinformation being spread on this video. That's literally what I said. Go on the Facebook group if you guys don't believe me. I was not out there talking shit directly to Ron.
So I went on the video and I commented and I said, hey, I've been with Hunter almost every single day for 2.5 years. We've built hundreds of motors. Like
100.
we know,
100,
right.
Not hundreds.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, you know how it goes together. Like, you know how shit's supposed to work.
Yeah.
And it's proven.
Yeah.
And so I commented, and I was
the thing is I've done it, though. Like, I have the experience and stuff a lot of times, so it's a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, I was asking you a bunch of questions when I built my motor. Because I didn't have the knowledge.
And I told you flat out, don't use a fucking Y8 crank.
Right.
He still did because
you
had one, and you didn't have the money to fucking get another one, which is fine. So we tuned it accordingly and kept the rev limiter low.
Right.
But I told him flat out, you're never going to make like over 400 horsepower with something like that. Because the thing is with single cams is you cannot make you can't make a lot of power without revving them really high because the displacement is so low. It doesn't have the exhaust energy to be able to spin a big turbo capable of making 500 horsepower. A 3071 from HunterTuned.com or even a 3076 from HunterTuned.com would work great. It would work great.
Right.
Because they spool up and they'll make full boost around 4,500, $5,000. Where, you know, you have a 500 horsepower capable turbo, it's not going to fully spool until 6.
Right, and then you only have...
And then you only have a 1,000 RPM window of power.
Right.
So you could maybe make that 500 horsepower for 500 RPM, but if you're going to get down the track at any good rate of speed,
it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Not happening.
That's why Michael was struggling with his for the longest time because he had a big turbo on it and a big cam, and it would make power from like 7,200 to 8,500.
Right.
So it was a super small window of power, and the transmission gearing wasn't there, and it's just tough to make a single cam fast, guys. It really is. I may get another one very soon. The one I was just telling you guys about where we put the crank in, had 4 cranks in. One season we put 4 cranks in this, my buddy's D16. It's a Y7 actually, and we put a Y8 head on it, whatever. He recently switched 2 years ago to a Z6 crank, and the car has been flawless. Literally no issues, 8,500 RPM, no problems. The only thing we changed was the crank.
Right.
So,
like
the cobweb-covered Civic, if you guys look on my channel, the cobweb-covered Civic is the car I'm talking about. It's not like I'm just blowing smoke up your ass.
Right.
I'm not.
And it's proven.
Yes. So, actually, that buddy of mine actually wants to sell me that car. So, I don't know. Ron's calling me out for some fucking race. I don't know if it's ever going to happen because he thinks we're in Canada. Yeah. So, we're pretty close to Canada, but we're not in Canada.
It's like a couple
we're in the second Colorado, actually. Wisconsin's like the fucking farmland Colorado.
Yeah.
We're the Colorado without mountains.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we got hills.
We got some hills.
Made out of garbage.
Yeah, no shit. Like I said, guys, I'm not all about fucking drama and a bunch of bullshit because it's just not worth my time to get into. I usually just keep my mouth shut with a lot of stuff because I mean, if you sit on your phone all fucking day, which I try not to because it's not really good for your fucking head. It's not really good for your health to sit on your phone all the time. But if you are, you know, you got to look past the bullshit. Don't worry, she's good. It's a quick change axle. That's all that is. Right, Christian?
Oh yeah. My finger might definitely be in that shot.
Your finger?
Yeah. So this one, solid. Shout out Viking Performance.
All right, guys. So first, we're gonna take out the bad axle. Want to grab an end of this, Christian?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I got you back here.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. There we go. Now we just gotta unbolt the wheel. I wonder how bad it is inside of there.
I don't know. Looking
find
at
out.
that is no bueno.
Oh wow. That is a dangerous object. Wow, it didn't even break on the splines.
No, it broke the shaft.
Damn.
So for all you're saying, 28 spines are weak.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll drain the fluid out of this thing and then try to get that other piece out of there quick.
Guys, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts out with the Bauer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the power. I'm telling you guys, Earthquake XT impact takes off whatever I need it to take off, honestly. Like, and this little Bauer 3/8 fucking impact, dialed. Actually, it's not even a 3/8. It's like
It's a 1/4 inch.
yeah, impact thing.
I bought it. It was like $60.
Yeah, they're cheap.
I think I bought it specifically to put my motor together.
There you go.
Like, it works.
Yep. All right, ready for this? Ready to smell the poop?
It doesn't look bad.
Oh yeah, we just put it in here like, I don't know, 5 passes ago.
I don't hear any chunkage.
No, the thing that's really cool about breaking an axle shaft is it doesn't really send metal everywhere.
Right.
It'll just break, and then that's it. Or if you break a carrier or like a ring gear or something, it'll send pieces everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, this thing smells like crap.
Yeah, it does.
It's funny that rear ends stink.
Wasn't that supposed to be the name of the video?
I have such a dry sense of humor.
My stinky rear end or something like that. Oh, that could be the title of this video.
Right?
Pulling apart my stinky rear end. Oh yeah.
Was there a piece that flew out of there?
No.
Yeah, we could use this fucking Reed RTV'd gasket right on there again, eh?
I think so.
That's the cool thing about RTV too. You just pick it right off, a razor blade or whatever.
Try not to pinch my fingers in there. Oh yeah, the axle's still in there.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
it's just broken off right there.
Right. We gotta pull that little pin out, wherever that fucker is.
Oh, I just spun it to the other side. There it is.
That fucker 8 mil.
It's an 8 mil, yeah. Oh. Jesus. The welded diff on the S10? Fucking mint, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely mint.
Working great.
Right. In the snow, you know, it does the job.
Right.
You know, swatting flies. Yeah, no chunks, eh? So we're gonna pull this pin, pull that 8mm out, pull the pin out, pull the clip out, C-clips, axle shard. We'll get her all out. Oh Jesus! All right, guys. So,
we got the other axle out. We got the driver's side axle out, and it looks mint.
yeah,
Good spare axle right here.
right. And
This is the broken one.
yeah,
It doesn't look too good.
No.
So now we're trying to retrieve the piece.
pieces.
Yeah. Hopefully there's just one or two.
I hope so.
So how do you do that, Christian?
You
With a good old squeegee handle.
You take your squeegee handle off.
And you send her on through because it's really long. And we send the squeegee handle right through there.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
Yep.
And then we give it a good old whack 'em sack 'em. Is it moving?
Nope. You're doing more doing that.
I am.
Yeah. Oh, too far, too far. Yeah, hit her with your first couple times.
I'm just scared I'm gonna shake the car off the fucking.
Nope. Oh my god.
Hey, I got it, didn't I?
Alright, shove her through. Oh my god. Oh.
Hey!
That's,
I think that's it.
yeah, let me, hold on, here a sec. Yeah.
All the way through the other side?
Yeah, here. Just push her just a little bit.
Okay, I lost it, dude. Okay. Okay, so now we know we can use this to get broken axles out of my 450.
Right. Yeah, you can
And
see.
then at the end of the day, we can hook it back up to the squeegee.
And squeegee to fleur. So, it sparked. This piece sparked when I hit the ground.
Yes, it did.
It was pretty cool. But, oh yeah.
She's tweaked. I guess it did. It didn't really break on the splines. It broke right after it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it just kind of. Like all the splines themselves are kind of intact yet. Sort of. It broke right at the edge of the splines. Which is kind of weird. There's more pieces in there. There's got to be more pieces in there. You think?
It doesn't look like it. I don't know, fit it up to the...
Oh yeah, duh. I'm fucking trying to put it on the wrong part. Well, we're just going to try to put this back on, weld her up, and go racing.
Right. That's the plan. Well, that looks promising.
Yeah, that looks like it fell out of there like so. And then this one was like this.
Or something, yeah?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, dude.
Something like that.
Alright, go grab the fucking 40.
Go grab the welder. There we go, good as new.
Yep. Well, oops. Alrighty guys, so here is
The new,
the new rear end.
that new.
Is that good?
Yeah. So now we gotta drain the juice out of it.
Hold on here. How many?
I got it. Fucking fluid's brand new.
It is. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, maybe not.
There is some fucking sludge in there. Holy shit.
Oh, if you, that's honey, dude. Oh, fuck. Jesus.
Is it tipping off?
Yeah. When you're spinning it, it's fucking what?
That's good enough. We got the majority of it out of there.
Right.
So this rear end has 410 gears in it, which we will not be using because 410s are not good for a turbo. in my opinion, if you're going anywhere near 10 seconds in the quarter. And we're going a little faster than that, so 410's not going to cut it.
Are 410s good for a street car? Yeah. Yeah? Oops.
You have to like hold the axle or something maybe.
Oh. Dude, that thumb grip. Oh,
that could have been bad.
Could have been. There we go.
Now we can push the shafts in and push the C-clips out.
You got that one. I got that one. Dude, these shoes are fucking drums look better than yours.
Oh yeah, my drums are gone. When I say gone, I mean they're fucking gone.
Like
I have no rear brakes.
Right, they haven't been used in 2
Ever.
years.
The only time the rear brakes get smoked is in the burnout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are aftermarket. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Aftermarket 28 spline axles. They should hold up a little bit better than
Does it say something on
the stock
on the
ones.
butt of it? No, it just looked like it.
I think it does on this one. Oh, did you show them all the metal we fished out of this
Oh
thing
no,
with a magnet?
so we were getting bass, fishing bass out. We got a walleye over here and bluegill, a couple panfish.
Yeah, we had to fish out quite a bit with this. Our neighbor let us borrow his super powerful magnet here.
Who's that? Who let us?
Our neighbor Hugh.
Hugh and Big Sexy.
And Big Sexy. They've let us borrow their magnet, and we just went in there and fished all the big chunks out.
Yeah.
We found a couple more big chunks actually. There was this one.
Yeah.
This one came out of there, and then just like all these little ones here. So we got it all fished out of there, and now we're gonna throw the new shafts in. Okay guys, so we got the new axles installed into the Mustang. These ones are kind of cool because they have extended wheel studs on them. These are aftermarket like ARP extended wheel studs, and I don't know if they're ARP or not, but they're extended. My other ones were completely factory wheel studs, factory axles, everything. These are, I think, the upgraded Ford axles. Not 100% sure, but we got them installed. Everything's good to go. We got the metal cleaned out of there as best we could, and we're going to throw on the diff cover here with our new gasket. New gasket.
Yeah.
Got some bolts here.
Yeah, in my pocket.
Oh, this rear end is awesome too because I welded a drain plug on it, and this is a nut onto a piece of threaded rod to act as a bolt. Remember we did that?
Yeah, shout out to Big Sexy again.
Yep. He lent us some threaded rod and a couple nuts. We welded them onto the cover because the fill plug on this rear end is totally stripped. So we have no way to fill the rear end up.
Ooh, and if you didn't know, if you use RTV on your to make a gasket, you got a little overflow into the holes. It works as thread locker.
Oh, exactly. Just like our last video, Kristen. Thank you for learning on the HunterTuned YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We will see you guys later. Have a great night and a better tomorrow.